This session is just to explain the IG Index website, where to find everything basically. When you want to open an account, you simply go to this bit, and there's something called a limited risk account, which is fine for binaries. Every binary is limited risk, so no need to mess around with other types of account. Other points of interest here, the login is here. Once you've got your login details, which you should get pretty quickly. This is another place to apply, just to make sure. TradeSense is good, allows you to start betting for pennies rather than pounds. Well worth doing when you're starting out to get the hang of all this. Mobile dealing is useful because you can access IG Index prices from a PDA. A PDA is a sophisticated mobile telephone. If you click on these links, it'll tell you which PDAs they support. It's a fairly wide range, and also which networks they support. It's important to follow their instructions or their suggestions. I failed to do this and had to send a phone back. So it makes a lot more sense just to do as they suggest. Just to go through this, we'll click on Apply for an account, and you can see it says that you can open an account in minutes, 24 hours a day, launch online form, then mentions the different types of accounts down here, so we'll just click on that. Also the customer agreement, risk disclosure notice, the risks involved. Okay, types of account, you've got the limited risk deposit account, which is this one. Standard account, cleared funds. You can only place control risk bets here. This means that if you're spread betting, you need to put stops in place, and you must have sufficient cash in your account to cover the maximum possible loss. The standard account, I think, just allows you to bet with full spread betting. I mean, the deposit, the requirement of deposit is much higher. Full standard account, well, they're just different levels really. As I say, the limited risk deposit account is fine. You can also have credit accounts, in fact. So there are four types, but the limited risk deposit is the account to go for. Right, back to the front page. We've gone through the accounts thing. TradeSense, I suggest just check it out yourself. Same with mobile dealing. So now I'll go on to this. You're pretty worth looking at dealing platforms, in fact, just to see what comes up. And you've got these different tours, which there's quite a lot of help here. I'm going to give you my own tour, in fact, but there's a fair amount here. And of course, also there is the ability to phone them. Any problems, phone IG. Please don't phone me, because if you've got a question about their website, then they're going to know far more about than I do, as you might appreciate. Okay, now we'll go on to open the account. So I'm just going to press pause, as I don't want to reveal my login details to everybody. So okay, once you've entered your login details, you'll see a page like this one, and what you have is a number of markets with the prices here, and you've got the list of markets. This is actually the weekend, so everything's closed. In a way, that's probably slightly less confusing. So we're doing a second tutorial with prices open, but I thought this would be useful to start off with. Now the key areas are, well, okay, switch to sports is something you may want, but currently everything here is financial. Watch lists, that's quite useful. You can add prices to your watch lists, and then you will see the prices come up that you wish to watch. So for example, this is my watch list. So I mean, we have the tunnels here, FTSE and Wall Street. We have the spread betting prices, which are equivalent to the futures. So I like to know what the market's doing, the underlying market. Up-down bets, weekly up-down bets. They're just a summary of bets which I can just see as soon as I click on that particular aspect. Now, what seems to confuse a lot of people is the menu navigation down here. Any bet you want to find, you can find here. Okay, you can actually enter the text or code there. That's the search key. So on the binaries are these 7 items. So we'll just go through these quickly. Binary indices. Click on the little cross, and you'll see that the full range appears. Binary indices: FTSE daily, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, weekly, Dow daily, 8 o'clock. 6 o'clock. The times mean that the bets expire at those times. So if you're looking to trade the daily bet, then you click on this one there. If you want to have a bet that expires at 12, so that's obviously just the first few hours of the session, or 3 o'clock. So that's up to you really. You got also weekly. So you got those 3 bets. You also got the American bets, European bets, Australian bets. There really is quite a solid range of stuff here. Going on for sort of seemingly endlessly. You've got Australian bets, Asian bets. Okay, so pretty much everything you want should be there. So we'll now look at the FTSE daily bets, and we find that yet again we subdivide. We've got the up-downs, which is simply up or down. We've got the 10-point targets, which is similar. Again, it's up or down, but it's in a certain range. 30-point targets, high targets, and low targets. Now we'll look at one or two of these just quickly. So up or down bets, simple enough. You've got finish up, finish down, simple. 10-point targets is slightly more complicated. There's a larger number of bets for this particular category. So you've got FTSE to finish up more than 50 points, between 40 and 50, 30 to 40, 20 to 30. The point I make here is that the FTSE to finish up over 50 is a better bet in that you're not stuck with a 10-point range. If FTSE is up 200 points, then that bet is going to be at 100, as well as if it's up 51 points. So you have a sort of fairly unlimited range in theory. Whereas, of course, if you bet with this one here, then you only got a 10-point range. So that's a bit of a lottery. 10-point range is a lottery. If you're looking for a solid move, then I was just going for that bet there. Okay. If you press on the 10-point target, the prices, if you click on the 10-point target bit, the prices will appear over here. In fact, prices are being quoted. You just can't trade them. So that's. What happens is that you've got the underlying has got a 1.6 change apparently. This is based on IG's prices. So, as I said, the FTSE to be up over 50 points is a far more expensive bet at 20.25 than these tight 10-point range ones here. I'm just going to look at my watch list quickly. No, I was just curious whether you can actually trade the spread bets, but you can't at this point. You normally can. It's a 24-hour service, but they do close down at weekends. So we can go through all these bets in this way. The low targets, click on the low targets, the prices appear on the right. There's a slight delay as ever with the internet connections. The ones in Thailand are not at their best. Okay, so these are called the low targets. Basically meaning that you've got targets down to finish down over 150 points, which is of course quite cheap. I mean, that's not a common move. So you get 1.64.9. FTSE to finish down less than 50 points or up is expensive, because obviously FTSE is going to finish down less than 50 points or up a lot of the time. So the probability of that event is quite high, so the bet price is quite high. The bet price of a target like 120 to 130 is just a bit of a lottery, so the price is just 3. Quite a wide spread there, really, but this is up to you. Again, as I said before, you have the choice. You don't have to take that price. It's up to you whether you want to or not. I won't go through every single bet here because we'd be here all day and it isn't going to serve any useful purpose. But those are binary indices. Binary settlements, a bit of a sort of bit of a joke, really. I think you guess whether the settlement numbers will be odd or even, either final digit, odd or even. Well, I don't think we'll make too much time with that. Binary ARLIs. These don't actually bet every 20-minute period within the day, every hour within the day, then you've got the 5-minute frenzies here. I don't normally trade those myself. I mean, it's actually a personal thing. I just find it all rather mind-boggling, and I find it difficult to relax. And I think it's important to be relaxed when you're trading. But I know that a lot of people love these bets, the shorter-term bets, and that may be where your forte lies. I mean, the settlements might be something you might love. The settlements. I can't see how to develop an edge on the settlements, but I believe in allowing for possibilities that may not even exist. Then you've got commodities, so you've got gold, oil, silver, oil one touch. You've got FX, quite a big range of FX. I've never traded. One thing I haven't traded is FX. I've traded pretty much everything else during my trading career, but not foreign exchange. Right, the exotics tend to be my favourite bets. You've got the high-low, which means where the high and low will be during the day, and the one touch in the tunnels. Then you've got binary shares. I think this might be a new category. I haven't seen this one before, so I'll just have a quick look. So you have got various shares here, which you can trade. I think they're all probably up-down bets. We'll just have a quick look again just to check these things. Maybe some handicaps. Up, down, okay, well, no handicaps, that's simple enough. I'll just have a quick look, because I know a lot of people have problems with the tunnels and explaining what they do, but look at the FTSE tunnels. You'll see that, well, you see there are quite a few tunnels now. I do just added to the range. In fact, it used to go up to, I think, 75, 75, now it goes all the way up to 100, 100, no prices. So we can't actually discuss pricing. But basically, the bet descriptions is the key thing. Okay, whenever you look at a bet, look at the bet description and just understand it. It's not actually very complicated in that you've got like 6 words. FTSE to keep in range. So if we look at the 50-50 tunnel, okay, the bet description says FTSE to keep in range. So if that is true and becomes true, the bet will expire at 100. If it's false, it expires at 0. So if you're thinking that it will keep in the range, you'll buy the bet, hoping it'll go to 100. If you think it won't, then you'll sell the bet, hoping it goes to 0. My favourite trade is to sell a tunnel to around 80 odd, hoping it'll go down to 0. So I tend to be looking for a move out of the range. The reason for that is because I don't like to be sitting there and any unexpected event will cause me a loss. I prefer to trade for the unexpected event. But there is a bit more to it than that. If you're at parity, then I unchanged on the day. At that point, the tunnels are at the most expensive because they have the furthest to go outside the range. Therefore, it's more likely they will stay in the range. Therefore, the price is higher. So I look for a time of day, preferably around 12 o'clock, when the opening of the US markets, news items coming out at say 1:30 or 12:30. Are liable to create some kind of action, because if I sell a tunnel around lunchtime at parity and I see some action, then the price should go in my favour. It depends on a variety of factors, but that is how I like to trade. I mean, my sort of relatively famous pizza trade was done in that fashion, merely glancing at the tunnel prices before lunch, selling £10 a point or more, and £800 or so of profit halfway through the pizza. That's you can't really knock that sort of result, and that's how a tunnel works. Now at this point there are a few other little things I just want to mention about the site. nothing terribly important, but you have got various tools here, and they're quite useful. Now, I would especially recommend the economic news item, which is the news coming up next week, so you can check whether news is coming out. And these things are worth checking out. I don't tend to use these myself too much. I think one of the key points about trading is that you must make your own decisions. I don't tend to listen to other people too much. I like to read a few things coming in, but of course that's it's different. When you're just starting out in your career, you need as much input as you can get, so you can decide what's useful for you. And once you decide what's useful for you, then that defines yourself as a trader. And you may well find you don't want to know what other people are thinking at that point. I know a lot of traders tell me it's very distracting, yet they still listen. So not confusing as to why they should do that. But anyway, that's another story, I think. You've also got the My Account section where you can see your statements, recent activity, all that sort of stuff. If you do trade, then open positions will show you the trading positions you have. I think that probably covers the ground. Good. Thank you for listening.